I don't know. I always say the simplest is the best. I tend to just do whatever, like not do a lot of things. Whatever works, I follow that.
Are you running a marathon? Oh, I could never run a marathon. Are you sure about that? A marathon? That's like 42 kilometers, 26 miles. I don't understand most people. That used to be me. But not anymore. Welcome to the Marathon Podcast. My name is Christian Warwick. Warwick runs on Instagram, YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in to this special episode where we are having Sharon Lokedi with us, the Queen of Boston, who won the Boston Marathon last year in 2017-22. I can't believe that this was made possible, that I met with her today. We were sitting in the hotel lobby. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. I don't think it's going to be a huge problem. It just really shows the Boston Marathon weekend and everything that's going on. This was made possible by ProBio. I am so grateful to them for arranging all of this. We started talking a few months back, and today it finally happened. ProBio is an all-in-one daily multivitamin trusted by athletes all over the world. And Sharon was talking about this on this episode. And while talking about this, or while she was talking about this, I was sold. I wanted one immediately. And so I was talking to Peter after, and I got some of them, and I can't wait to start using it. It's so cool to hear athletes like Sharon talking about how they're not doing these big, crazy, different things than others, but there are these some things that they're just doing differently. Anyways, if you want to try it out, if you want to try the same product that Sharon is using, you can use the code Boston26 for 26% off ProBio, and you can get an additional 10% off and free shipping if you are getting a subscription. I'm not going to talk about my own running at all today. We're just going to jump to the conversation with Sharon. I hope that you enjoy this. We talked about her own running journey, about her training. We talked about, obviously, Boston Marathon last year and Boston Marathon this year, where she is lining up in a crazy strong field. So enjoy this episode, and here's Sharon Lokedi. Sharon.
Yes.
Welcome back to Boston. How does it feel to be back?
Thank you. It feels great. It feels nice. It's not been like really busy out there, but it's beautiful. My run this morning was amazing. Mm-hmm. I was just like lost in the river, just staring at everything and just like reliving it again. Yeah. So yeah.
So how has your build been leading up to this now?
It's been amazing. I was in Kenya for most of it, all of it. But yeah, it's been really great. I did half marathon like a month ago, and it was not that bad. So, but it's been a really good one. So I cannot complain, honestly.
We have to, before we talk more about your training and yes, everything that you've done, we need to kind of relive last year here in Boston.
Yeah.
Can you say something about that feeling of crossing that finish line, course record, and winning?
It's unimaginable, you know. But for most part, it's so rewarding. It felt so rewarding, so like accomplishing. It's like winning one of the greatest marathons in history, and just breaking the course record, and just, you know, it's like you always dream of something to happen, and then it happens, and you really don't know what to feel or how to go about it. But it's something that it takes time for it to sink in, and you start to appreciate everything that, you know, has happened, or everything that has led you to that point. But yeah, it's one of the things I'm forever going to be grateful for. Yeah.
And I remember on your Instagram post after winning, you wrote that it was life-changing.
Yes.
And now it's been a year. Mm-hmm. In what ways would you say that victory or that win changed your life?
I feel like it's given me so much confidence, so much belief in myself, in my training, and also just a lot of like I feel like it's made me the person that I am. It's made me so appreciative and humble, and you know, just be grateful for everything. I won that race, and I feel like I shared it with so many people. I shared it with my mom, and I think that was one thing that everywhere I go now, everyone is like, the best thing we've ever seen is you running straight to your mom and giving her that huge hug. It's like people saw that happening, and they believed that something, they believed that anything can happen, and it's like, it's not just one person, it's not just my win, it was just a win for so many other people, my mom, my family, and every other person watching and seeing that. So
Yeah, because those pictures from after the race, they've kind of become iconic.
yeah.
People recognize them. They talk about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, for the broadcaster, that was kind of a dream come true.
Yeah.
Seeing you guys after.
Yeah.
Have you framed those photos anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have it. We have a big one at my mom's now. And it's like, it's crazy because everywhere I go now, people give me like, it can be like a very small gift of it or like a big one. It's like, it's amazing. I have so many gifts, like small, big, just people, just that picture, that embrace, which reminds me that, or it just always tells me that, this was just not for me. Everyone else looked at it and felt something. So yeah.
Yeah. And now you are entering the Boston Marathon with a little bit of a different, I guess, a different pressure or more pressure.
Yeah.
How is it to line up this year compared to last year?
And it's a bit exciting to be back. It's also exciting that I get to toe the line again and get to do that again in the same field, a different group, but same field. So just knowing that, yes, it's a new year, different year. Anything can be done. Anything is possible. But it's, yeah, just putting myself out there and believe, like, trusting that with all that I've done, all my training I've done, just believe in that and trust in that and just, compete. So, yeah, it's challenging, but also exciting. And I think I've done everything I could. So it's just on race day to to be myself and give it all. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And you said you've given it all you have, and I wanted to kind of backtrack even further back than Boston last year.
Yeah.
Your story, your journey towards where you are today.
Yeah.
If you were to kind of describe where your running journey started or when it started and how it started, what is that like?
I mean, it's unlike most people. I feel like mine has been a bit different. Like, I had not made any teams. I had not been in, like, most people would start somewhere. They will start at like world championships, like junior championships, all those stuff. No, for me, I didn't. Like, yes, I ran in high school, but it was only a little bit. And then I went through scholarship. I went to KU. I graduated KU, and it still was not like something that someone could look and be like, "Wow, that was projected to happen." But it's also here something that I feel like I created my own path, and I followed it, and I believed in it, and it led me to where I am today. It was not an easy one, but looking back now, I'm very appreciative because if it's not for what I had gone through, I don't think I will be where I am today. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the people that have been there for me, supporting me all this time, and making sure that I get everything that I need to be an athlete that I am today.
And what would you say is that key to your success? Because like you said, it has been different, and
Yeah.
you haven't been on the teams like other people. What is it that you have done that has made you the runner that you are?
I think just consistency and just believing in my training, my coaches. I think it's also is like, you do something for some time and it gets to the point where it's like, why am I still doing this? Maybe I should figure out something else. But it's like I've always been someone that wanted to see something through, and yes, I feel like it gets to the point where it's like, this is not what I am looking for, but it's like I didn't give up. I still wanted to see it through. I still wanted to reap the fruits, because sometimes it takes a bit longer to see the result, but I don't know, I tend to believe that anything can be done, and yeah, I always believe that if I put all my energy and all my work to it, I think it'll be better. So it's all about like the energy that you put into your work, and I think that's what it's been really helping me to this point. Yeah.
And in terms of training, what would you say that your training philosophy is? You know, when looking at professional marathoners, you have so many different ways of training.
Yeah.
Obviously, some things are the same, but there are also a lot of differences.
Yeah.
What is your philosophy like? How would you kind of describe your kind of training?
Mine is I don't know. I always say the simplest is the best. I tend to just do whatever, like not do a lot of things. Whatever works, I follow that. So for me, it's like I don't have a lot of like. I just have like a coach, and then I do think I have training like every 3 weeks a week. No, workout like three times a week. I have certain meal that works for me. I follow that. So it's like I tend to just follow whatever has worked. If the training, if whatever I did, actually whatever I've done when I started marathon training is still the same thing that I'm doing right now. It might be a bit different. Like sometimes when I'm in Kenya, it's different. When I'm in Flagstaff, it's different. But it's the same cycle, same mileage. Nothing has changed. If there's anything that's probably changed, it's probably like the mentality of it. And I feel like I just have the same program, just Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, long run walk, long run tempo track, just like that. Food, same thing. It's very simple. Like I tried to keep it as simple as I could, and just straightforward. Just be strict with, how I do the work. I get the work done. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I
It sounds
love that.
easy, but it's I don't know. I just try to make it as easy as possible. I don't want to complicate it or make it hard, or you know, just if that works, I do that. Yeah.
Do you think that so I'm also running on Monday.
Yes.
And
Ooh, let's go.
yeah, right.
Good luck.
Thank you. And I actually used to be a speed skater
Oh.
before, so that used to do that full time.
Oh.
And now I've kind of gotten into marathons.
Okay.
And
That's different.
it's very different. Yeah, it's
Wow.
it used to be on ice and just on a 400-meter track.
Jeez. So
and
you
now-
have good. You can if it's like tons, you're perfect.
Yeah. So, but I actually thought that Boston was perfect for me with the downhill because like I was like my quads are
Yeah.
strong legs.
Yeah.
But last year when I was running, I was like they didn't really help me.
It's honestly, you think you do it so many times that you think it's easier.
Yeah.
Or you're like, oh, I've done it. I did it last year. I did it the year before, but
Never gets
no, it's like different every time. So
But I feel like even for someone like me or for a lot of us who are lining up on that start,
Yeah.
we're starting to obsess over those minor details, right? While you, now that you're describing this, you're kind of talking about the small things.
Yeah.
Or sorry, the big things that you're like, okay, I'm just gonna do this, and that, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't seem like you're obsessing over the details in the same way.
no, I tend not to because I feel like the more I make it a big thing, the more it gets like too much into my head, and I want my head to be at ease, because I feel like it's for most of this marathon training, it's more about mental than anything. And if it's like I have so many things I'm thinking, I'm like, if one thing does not work, then I'm like, I'm obsessing over the other one. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. That way it's like, if one thing does not happen, then I'm like, okay, you don't have to overthink this. Just like attack it one time after the other. Just focus in one thing, just focus in that one, and then if the other one would be okay. So, and I have a few, like I have my coach, I have my nutritionist, Dr. Babs, who is always like helping with, because most of the time it's like running, and then most of the half of the time is running, half of the other one is recovery and drinks and all that and food and fuel. So I just have somebody, like we've tried to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk a bit more about that. We also have ProBio here. Like, that's something that I'm more curious about.
Yeah,
And there are
yeah.
a few other things that I also want to ask you about.
Yeah.
But before we do, like, I'm obviously geeking when it comes to running. I'm very curious about the long run, about the
Yeah. Yeah.
workouts. So you were saying that you had 3 workouts
Yeah.
throughout the week.
Yes.
Will you just quickly, like, overall throughout a marathon, like, I'm sure it's a bit different,
Yeah.
but overall, what do they usually look like?
Mostly like Mondays. So I don't know if you add, it's for me, I don't add. So Mondays usually we have hill walk, and that's just part of your easy runs. Like we don't count that. Tuesday we have track. So that's like a big, like that's the speed part. Wednesday easy, Thursday long runs. So long runs depends. It could be like a 40K, it could be like a 30K. So every other week I have, if I have longer this week, the other week I'll have 30. And then so it's just like that. Every other week I have long one, the other week I have easy one. So I tend to like exchange stuff just to make sure that my body is like, not doing all the hard ones at the same time. And then on Saturdays I have fartlek or tempo walk. For tempos, usually it's like marathon effort. And it could be 4 by 5K. It could be 3 mile repeats, just something to get it. It's like just a broken down longer. It could be like a broken down tempo or like just a full tempo. Yeah.
And that long run, how much work do you have in there? Because I know that that's also different. Some people are
Yes.
focusing on time on feet, and then
Yeah.
some people are doing really hard workouts in the long.
So for if we're doing 40K, that's just the time on our feet. But if we're doing like something like 30K or 35K, so that's up tempo pace. So we start a bit slower as we pick as you go. So it could be like this week, it could be like a hard 30K. So it's like straight up tempo up tempo the whole time. Next week it could be like a 35K. If we did hard this week, then next week it'll be like a bit more less. It also depends with what we did on Tuesday and what we're doing on Saturday. So sometimes it's like moderate, I would say medium to moderate pace. And then sometimes it's easy, depending if we have like a hard tempo on Saturday, we'll have the long run a bit easier. But it tends to like change as you go. Yeah.
Just for the listeners here, we're now sitting in the hotel, and they're testing the sound system, I think, somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they're okay with it, because it's the Boston Marathon weekend. Everything is chaotic. It is what it is.
Yeah.
The audio is still okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, when you're saying time on feet, and I think that especially like if you look at the last maybe 5 years, people have really started to discover, also people who are not athletes, that low intensity or easy runs are actually important.
Yes.
How do you solve that? Like, what is easy for you, and not necessarily in pace, but like the feeling? What does it feel like for you when you're out on an easy run?
I don't know. For me, it's like easy. Easy is easy, because then I told you I work out 3 times a week, and it's every other day. So if I don't take it easy, then it will affect my workout the next day. So it could be like somewhere for miles. If I'm doing in mileage, it's somewhere between 7:30 to 8 minute pace. So very, very slow. And then if I'm doing like, and it never changes. It's just like that. Even if I have like a double run in the evening, it's very easy also. It's like same time. Kilometers, I'll make sure it's not anything faster than 4:30. So if it's like even 4:40, sometimes I'm like, that's a bit too fast. But I keep it as easy as I could, because then I really need that recovery for the next day. I need to be recovered for tomorrow to be able to push it again.
And I think this says everything, because like for me too, there are definitely days on the easy runs where I'm like, 4:25 feels like comfortable, you know. And then looking at my PR is 2:47. You ran an incredible 2:17. Was that what you ran here last year?
Last year, yes.
2:17.22.
Yes.
And so you're so much faster than me, and you're still avoiding that. So like if I ever hit 4:30, that's a very no.
But I feel like 4:30 for you might be a bit different,
Yeah, it is.
4:30 is probably very easy for you. And it could be also like, if you're at altitude and at sea level, that's different. That you also have to put that into perspective.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
you did mention that on Mondays you have this like hill workout that it's a part of your easy training.
Yeah.
Will you say a little bit more about that? Because to me that sounds like hard work, but maybe it's not.
Well, it's so at the beginning of the season, you're just starting to get your legs moving. So it tends to just be like you're just getting it done. So it could be like a longer warm up before you get to the hills, and then you do maybe an hour in the hills, and then so it's just something to get your body, like your heart rate up. But then it tends to change as you get fitter, and so it starts to get faster. But it's like one thing that it's like if you already have it in your mind that you're not having it as a, I don't know, it's different. But in Kenya, the way we think about it, it's like you're just doing it as part of your normal run. It's like it's part of your normal run, but it's not like straight up just a different day of like workout. So even when we know it's like hill walk, we know it's a hard workout, but you still know it's not a workout. There's a workout coming tomorrow. So it's like you've already like prepared your mind for it. And yeah, it's hard. It's not as easy as I tend to put it. So yeah.
And what about strength training? Because I was thinking about it today that getting through a marathon block is really hard. Like if look away from the results and the times, just getting through that training can be difficult.
Yeah.
And you're now here. You did New York last year. Like you had a great year last year, and you're here again, and you seem free of injuries. Like, what is your secret to that? Like, is it strength training? Do you do a lot of things to make sure that you don't get injured?
I do. I mean, at the beginning of when I'm starting to do mileage, I like at the beginning of my bulk, I do. Yes, I do some loading. I do some, make sure that I'm getting in like strength training, but it's not that much. I do just body weight mostly. And then I have like recovery, post run stretching and all that. But I don't know. I don't do much. I don't do much of the lifting. If anything, I do at the beginning of the season, maybe the first month. But once the training starts to like be a bit more, then I tend to like reduce that and just do the, stretching and all and that. But I focus more on like recovery. I focus more on like what I do after the runs. It could be like food, sleep. I make sure like that is like so important. Yeah.
Yeah, because that kind of leads us into ProBio, and really grateful to Peter for helping us arrange this.
Yeah.
Will you say something about how you've been using this and how you feel like that this changes your game?
It's honestly been a long maybe 3 years, I would say 4 years. But when I started, I worked with Dr. Babs. He's part of I don't know Peter, but he's my nutritionist. So when we started, like, I used to be like I would do the training, I do the work, but I don't feel like I'm recovering enough. So when I started working with him, we just focused on like what to eat after the run or what to have. And the more like we work together, the more it started to get better. So that's when he introduced me to ProBio. So when I started using it, I could tell the difference. Like usually I would go for a run, I go for a workout, I come back, I'm like, it's like I sleep and I feel at that time I thought I was doing the right things. I thought I was eating well, I was sleeping and all that, but it wasn't like enough. So introduced me to ProBio, and I could just start like feel the difference every time. Like the more I used it, the more I could tell like, I would feel like so tired, so raggedy, like not enough energy to be able to go the next day. But that tends like it started to improve as I take ProBio. So then he's like, okay, like do it like this, do like this. So it's just been like amazing just to have him and have ProBio as part of my training, because now, yes, my energy has improved so many times. Like the things that I used to have, I used to feel like my legs were not, I get treatment, I get massage, but it's like not enough. But with this, I felt like it's just changed so much, because now like my muscles are recovering, and now like not soon my energy is back, like all that. So the things that I need to be ready for the next day, I feel like it's been ProBio has been a big part of it.
And how are you using this? Like, when are you taking it and how much?
I take it like, so you see it comes in sachets. This one is sachets, but it also like there's a big bag that you can have like a scoop. So after breakfast, usually I will have my breakfast and then I take it with breakfast most of the time. So I mean all the time. So yeah, I just have like a scoop of it. I mix with it. It's like, sometimes it's like you mix with orange juice, depending on how you need. If you need a bit more sugar or a bit, you just add orange juice. But it's the way it is, it's perfect. So yeah, I have it like with my breakfast every day.
Cool.
Every day. And it's changed so much, as you could see. It's like it has so many, benefits.
I'm gonna have to talk to Peter immediately after after that.
Trust me, you have it, and you can do. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's a big part of it's played a big role in how I recover and how I'm ready for my next day in workouts and all that. Yeah.
Do you also feel any like you were saying that you're also focusing a lot on sleep, and like obviously if you recover better,
Yes.
then there's a bigger chance that you sleep better.
Yes,
Is
yes,
that also
yes.
affecting it?
It does even help with like how like you're relaxing your brain. I almost talked Swahili. But it's like it's who I am. But yeah, it tends I tend to like I take naps during the day. So I'll have my breakfast. I recover. I take about like 2 hour naps every single day. So making sure like I'm getting enough sleep. I'm getting like good food. And then every time, yeah, it balances it out. So yeah.
And how much sleep do you usually get? Like,
Oh. So 2 hours nap, sometimes
2
three.
hours. Oh wow. Whoa, wow.
I mean, yeah, like
Yeah,
you
that's
really
great.
need it. You need the body has to like the muscles have to relax and all that. And then I tend to sleep 8 to 10 hours a night. So most of the time by 8 p.m. I'm asleep because then I wake up. Even Kenya, because we wake up at like 5:30. So then I go to bed earlier, 7:30. But here it's like at like 8 I'm in bed. Yeah. Yeah. But that's a priority. It's like sleep is a big part of my recovery.
And I guess like that's also a big reason that you're able to line up
Yeah.
for another year. You know, like
Yes.
that's
Yes. Yeah.
I can feel it myself. As soon as I have less sleep than my
Yeah.
body needs,
Yeah.
then I'm like I feel like I'm getting sick, or you get niggles or
Yes.
whatever, and your workouts are not as good. So it's kind
Yeah.
of it's affecting everything.
It does. It does. And I mean, we're all different. Some people like they don't need as much, but over time you can just tell what works for you and what doesn't. And I feel, as you said, big part of it is like you wake up feeling, when you get like good sleep, you wake up feeling very recovered and you're ready to go. But if you don't get enough, I feel like it's just like that all day will be it will be rough. And if it was a big day for you to get like a big chunk of work done, then that's gone like that. And with marathon training, every day counts. So yeah.
Will you also say something, because you mentioned a few times now, you're saying when you're here, and to those listening who are not aware, you are based in Flagstaff.
Yes.
For most of the time, is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will you say something about the decision to have your base there?
I mean, I have lived in Flagstaff since I graduated college, so it's just been like where I know and where training works and where my team is. So most of like my team and everything is there. So it's home, away from home. So it's also like you get good training. It's altitude. You have everything that you need to succeed. Yeah, yeah.
And another thing that I'm curious
Yeah.
about, when we're talking about your team out there,
Mm-hmm.
because I remember I was so surprised last year. I don't know if I even told you, I'm from Norway. So I'm not
Oh.
so I'm not from around here. And
Okay.
Under Armour,
Yeah.
it's like to us a brand that my relationship to that is like American football in movies.
Yes.
That was all. That was all my relationship to that brand.
Yeah.
And then I saw you last year. I was like, I remember telling my fiance, she's from Boston,
Mm-hmm.
and I told her, "Wow, she's running in Under Armour." Like,
Yeah.
and she's like, "No, it can't be. They don't do running shoes."
Yeah.
But then I've obviously been trying to observe and look at it, and they must be very fast.
Yeah.
Will you say something about about the shoes? Because I haven't really heard a lot of people, or at least I haven't heard athletes talk too much about them, but you let the running talk for your shoes, I guess.
Yeah.
But how are they to run marathons, and what is it that you like about them?
I have been with them since college, so I signed with them right out of college, and then it was just the beginning. They were just starting like the running part of the company, so it's been a long, process and a long time coming. But it's like any other company. As you go, there's technology, there's improvements and everything. So I think like where we are now, it's been a long journey. We started. I remember when I ran 2022, it was the first shoe we had. The first super shoe, and it's improved. It's gotten better and better as we go. Like now, I don't have it here, but these are just training shoes. But it's like it's gotten so much better. It's gotten so very competitive, and I don't know. We're winning marathons, so something good is happening, right? So that's amazing. It's just been really great just seeing the growth of the company, and I'm grateful that I'm like growing with them, and they're growing with me, and they're helping me to be the athlete that I am. And it's a big part because like I feel like we're all like, as you said, there's a group in Flagstaff, and we're all like very, with the growth of like the shoe, how the shoe is being made, we are a big part of that, and it helps build our confidence knowing that I was a big part of how the shoe is coming, and the development of it and all that. So yeah,
it's really cool. It's really fun to see the technology within running and how everything is developing. And I'll have to try those shoes at some point to see if they are.
Please. Please, they're amazing. Try them.
Sharon, I know that you have a busy weekend, so I'm not going to keep you much longer, but I obviously have to ask you about this year's race and your ambitions and what you think about it. Because, like you said, different kind of field, a very high level field this year.
Yes.
What are your ambitions and thoughts heading into this year's Boston Marathon?
It's very competitive. It's also like, this is an amazing race. You come here prepared, you come here excited, and you come here knowing that it's not going to be easy. So for me, like every other day, I know it's going to be competitive. I know it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to put myself there. I'm ready to compete. The ladies are very, very fast, and all of them are like amazing women. And, I'm ready to be out there with them, and put our competitive nature in it, and just be as fierce as we could, and see how it goes. Of course, coming here as a defending champ is not is not like that easy, but I think just like any other time, I'm going to compete, and I'm going to put myself out there and give myself a chance to see how it goes. Yeah.
And last question, a lot of people will listen to this. This episode comes out tomorrow, so it will be out a few days before the race. So people listening who are running the Boston Marathon, what is your advice when it comes to race strategy of Boston Marathon? Because it's a bit different.
It is a bit different, but I always say like don't earlier on, things can happen. You get too excited, you go too fast, but don't give up. That time is when you really need to dig deep and just fight. Because I remember, for me as an example, last year I got dropped twice, but then I came back. So always give yourself a chance, give yourself an opportunity. Don't give up. If things go hard and you're like, it's getting hard here, please just keep fighting. You never know what will happen up ahead, because as you come, it gets more and more interesting, and it gets better, and you're getting close to the finish line. So you're getting close to the goal that you've set for yourself. So just put that in mind, that I could do this, and it will be amazing. It will be amazing. Yeah.
Sharon, thank you so much for your time. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again to Sharon and ProBio for making this happen. I'm very, very proud to have talked to her today. What an amazing person. So smiley, so happy, and just the nicest human being. If you haven't signed up for our shakeout on Sunday yet, please do so. At 9 a.m., Tate Bakery and Cafe at Charles Street, Beacon Hill. We're going to give out free marathon hats by CLA. And for the first 50 people showing up, I don't have more than 50 with me. I'm sorry about that. And there will be giveaways from Never Second. And we're going to have a great run. Free coffee for all. You can also pre-order your coffee if you want to. All the information you can find in the group, the Marathon Podcast, on Strava, or also on the event inside of that group. Thank you so much for listening. If you're running the Boston Marathon on Monday, good luck. I hope to see you there. Please say hi if you see me in Athletes Village or at the start. I can't wait for this race. And thank you for tagging along on this Boston series this spring. You listen to the Marathon Podcast, brought to you by Wild Studio and me,